So Nvidia's GTC event is right around the corner, and you can just feel it. The entire AI hardware market is kind of holding its breath. A big pivot is coming, and you know Nvidia, they plan to be at the front of it. And then you have this. Jensen Huang, their CEO, doesn't really say things by accident. So when he drops a line like this, you can bet something huge is on the way. Today, we're going to get into what that surprise is probably going to be and, what it actually means for the market. Okay, quick housekeeping. Today's date is February 28th, 2024. And as always, just a reminder, this is for informational purposes. It's definitely not financial advice. Please, you got to do your own research.
We're actually going to flip the script a bit today. Let's start with the conclusion, the bottom line right up front.
Okay, here's the whole story right here. The AI market is moving from training models to actually using them. That second part is called inference. And inference, well, that's where the long-term money is. So Nvidia's rumored new chip, the LPU, is built to win in that space. And that, well, that's a direct challenge to the current way of doing things with GPUs and high-bandwidth memory. So let's start with this new chip. What exactly is an LPU anyway? An LPU, or language processing unit, is basically a specialist. It's not made to teach an AI from scratch. Nope. Its one job is to run a model that's already been trained and to do it as fast and efficiently as possible.
So, why do we even need this? Well, it's designed to fix a problem called the memory wall. A regular GPU is constantly wasting time and energy having to go grab data from memory chips that sit outside of it. That back and forth creates a huge bottleneck.
And here is the fundamental difference. Think of it like a chef in a kitchen. The LPU has all its ingredients, its memory, right there on the cutting board. It's instant. But the GPU, it has to keep running to the pantry, the external memory, to get everything it needs. That's the game-changing difference.
Okay, on to our second point. A new chip is one thing, but tech is nothing without demand. So why is this happening now? Well, like always, you just have to follow the money.
Just look at these projections. By 2026, inference, actually using AI, is expected to be about 2/3 of all AI computing demand. That's a huge slice of the pie. It's where everything is headed. This table really says it all. Training is this massive upfront expense. It's a cost center. But inference is constant. It happens every single time a person asks the AI a question 24/7. That is the profit center. That's where companies are going to make or lose money. And this isn't just theoretical. There are already reports that OpenAI is lining up to be a huge customer for a system like this. Why? To slash the absolutely massive running costs of ChatGPT. They have to find a way to make inference cheaper and faster.
All right, so that brings us to our third point, the technology itself. And it really boils down to a classic engineering problem, a battle between speed and space.
The LPU, with its on-chip memory, is all about raw speed. Because the memory's built right in, you get those almost instant responses. It's also way more power efficient for each task, which is perfect for things like chatbots, where any delay just feels wrong.
On the other hand, the GPU's memory is all about space. We're talking massive capacity, over 80 gigabytes. It can hold these enormous, complex AI models, and it's cheaper to make per gigabyte. For the heavy lifting of AI training, you absolutely need this.
So the trade-off is pretty clear, right? SRAM gives you unbelievable speed, but the capacity is tiny. We're talking around 230 megabytes. HBM gives you all the capacity you could want, but it's slower because of that memory wall. They're just different tools for different jobs. So this doesn't mean GPUs are going away. Not at all. The most likely outcome here is a partnership, a division of labor. Data centers will have huge clusters of GPUs with HBM to do the training. Then, they'll pass those trained models over to racks of LPUs to actually serve them up to users at incredible speeds. Okay, let's bring it all back to the market. A shift this big is going to create some pretty clear winners and losers. If you're wondering just how serious Nvidia is about all this, just look at this number. Reports say they paid $20 billion just to license this LPU technology from a company called Groq and hire away their engineers. This is not a small bet. The first place you're going to see the impact is with the memory makers. SK Hynix is the top dog in HBM right now, so they've got the most to lose if a big chunk of the inference market shifts away. Samsung's trying to play catch-up, and this could really slow them down. Now, HBM isn't going to disappear. Training still needs it. But that story of explosive, endless growth, that might need a second look.
And this is bigger than just two companies. Samsung and SK Hynix are so massive that if they slow down, it could actually pull the entire South Korean stock market, the Kospi Index, down with them. The ripples are potentially huge.
So, let's just recap the key things to keep on our radar. The AI market is splitting in two: training and inference. Nvidia is making a massive play to own the inference side, which is the profitable side. That creates a headwind for the HBM memory companies. And finally, the future data center will probably be a mix, using both GPUs and LPUs for what they do best.
Look, Nvidia has put its cards on the table. They're betting billions that inference is the future. And now we just get to see if the rest of the market agrees and follows them. That right there is the multi-trillion-dollar question.